Official! Carlo Ancelotti will leave Real Madrid at the end of this season, and Xabi Alonso's name has emerged as a prime candidate to replace him. Is the Leverkusen maestro ready to return to the Bernabeu? Chelsea get a breath of fresh air. Crystal Palace lower Marc Guehi's price. Will the English defender be part of Enzo Maresca's project next season? Big news from South America. Carlo Ancelotti has agreed to coach the Brazilian national team. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed it. This means it's not a rumor, but real. Manchester United are moving fast. The Red Devils have reportedly reached an agreement with Victor Gyokeres. But is the striker willing to play without the Champions League? And Arsenal confirmed the future of their star. Bukayo Saka has officially signed a new contract. Real Madrid bite their fingers. The Gunners win big in this saga. The 5 hottest news today, we present it concisely and thoroughly. Don't forget to like and subscribe, so you don't miss the most accurate and fastest football updates every day. Let's start right away. Carlo Ancelotti is confirmed to leave Santiago Bernabeu at the end of the 2024-25 season, after failing to win a trophy in the Copa del Rey and being eliminated from the Champions League. Los Blancos management immediately moved to find a new figure to lead their new era. And now, the name Xabi Alonso has emerged as the strongest candidate. With Ancelotti's departure just a few days away, one of the top names on their list is Xabi Alonso. The elegant former Madrid midfielder is currently enjoying a brilliant reputation as coach of Bayer Leverkusen, where he has succeeded in bringing the club to compete at the top of the Bundesliga with an attractive and modern playing style. Alonso is not only considered suitable from a tactical perspective, but also emotionally. As a figure who has worn the proud white uniform of Madrid and understands the pressure at the Bernabeu, Alonso is considered the ideal figure to start a new era full of ambition. In addition, his success in developing young players and building a solid team at Leverkusen is a big plus in the eyes of President Florentino Perez. Although Jurgen Klopp has also reportedly been contacted by Madrid, Alonso's position is considered stronger. Real Madrid want a long-term project, rebuilding the squad with a combination of youth and experience, something Alonso has proven capable of doing in Germany. Now, all eyes are on Xabi Alonso's decision. Is he ready to return to his old home and lead Real Madrid to a new era of glory? Or will Los Blancos have to prepare other options? One thing is for sure, at the Bernabeu, time never waits too long. Chelsea received some amazing news in the summer transfer market. Crystal Palace surprisingly decided to lower Marc Guehi's price, giving Chelsea a great opportunity to bring the English defender back to Stamford Bridge. 4 years since his departure, Marc Guehi is now very close to wearing the Blues uniform again. Chelsea are reportedly the front runners in the hunt for his signature, especially after Newcastle United and Liverpool began to move away. Initially, Crystal Palace set a very high price, namely £70 million to release Guehi. However, now, because his contract only has 1 year left at Selhurst Park, Palace have chosen to lower their request to only £40 million. A drastic change that makes Chelsea more aggressive in approaching the deal. This season, Guehi has performed consistently with 41 matches in all competitions and scored 3 goals. At only 24 years old, Guehi is considered the ideal choice to strengthen Chelsea's backline, especially in the new era that Enzo Maresca is building. Chelsea itself is planned to release several defenders this summer. Names like Axel Disasi, Renato Vega, and Trevo Chalobah are almost certainly sold. Even Benoit Badiashile could be released if the club manages to bring in at least 2 of their new defenders. This condition makes Chelsea really serious about rebuilding their defense line to face the 2025-26 season. And Marc Guehi is now in the leading position to be part of that big project. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed the big news. Carlo Ancelotti has reached an agreement with the Brazilian Football Federation to become the head coach of the senior men's national team. According to Romano, the deal is an agreement in principle, which means that it is only a matter of formalities and an official announcement. Ancelotti will take charge of the Selecao during the international break in June. The decision comes amidst the tail end of Ancelotti's Real Madrid career, which has had a turbulent season. Despite leading the La Liga standings, Los Blancos lost everything in a matter of weeks, being knocked out of the Champions League, losing in the Copa del Rey final, and slipping out of the league title race. A season that reflected the need for a major overhaul at the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid and Ancelotti will part ways on good terms, but now a new challenge awaits the legendary coach. Brazil have been eyeing him for a long time, and they have finally secured an experienced figure to lead the new generation of the Selecao. With Ancelotti joining Brazil, Real Madrid must quickly find a new coach before the Club World Cup begins. Xabi Alonso's name has been widely mentioned as a successor, despite still being under contract with Bayer Leverkusen until 2026. Reportedly, Madrid is ready to pay compensation of 15 million euros if they want to expedite his arrival. And as usual, if it has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, then this is not a rumor, but real. Manchester United have reportedly reached an agreement to sign Sporting CP's prolific striker Victor Gyokeres. The report comes from Football Insider, which claims that insiders at Old Trafford believe the transfer is in its final stages and is being called a done deal. This means that United feel they have successfully secured the player to join this summer. Gyokeres' performance this season has been extraordinary. He just scored 4 goals in a 5-0 win against Boavista. In total, throughout the 2024-25 season, the striker has recorded 52 goals and 12 assists from 48 matches in all competitions. These statistics make him one of the most productive strikers in Europe's top 5 leagues at the moment. In 2 seasons, he has scored 95 goals and 27 assists from 98 matches, a number that almost matches his number of appearances. It is no wonder that he is being targeted by many elite clubs, including Arsenal, who were previously closely linked with the player. However, now, it is their rivals, Manchester United, who have reportedly overtaken in the hunt for Gyokeres. The club, nicknamed the Red Devils, is said not to need to wait for player sales first to complete this transfer, and is confident that the approach process that has been carried out so far will be enough to convince the player. However, there is one thing that could be an obstacle. Gyokeres is believed to want to join a club that regularly appears in the Champions League and challenges for the title every season. Meanwhile, Manchester United is currently still uncertain about qualifying for the elite European competition, unless they can win the Europa League this season. So even though it is believed that an agreement has been made, there is still a big question whether Gyokeres will really sign a contract before knowing United's fate in European competition. But one thing is for sure, United's aggressive move shows that the club is starting to move quickly to build a more competitive squad for next season. Bukayo Saka has finally reached an agreement to extend his contract with the Gunners. Although his current contract still has 2 years left, the England international winger has now reportedly agreed to a new long-term deal that will keep him at the Emirates Stadium for longer. This information was revealed by journalist Sam Cohen, who stated that all personal details have been agreed, and now all that remains is to await the ratification of official documents and an announcement from the club. This means that it is only a matter of time before Saka is officially announced as an Arsenal player with a new contract. This decision is a big blow for Real Madrid. The Spanish giants were previously said to be interested in signing Saka, especially after the player performed brilliantly when Arsenal eliminated them in the Champions League quarter-finals. However, now all speculation is over. Saka remains loyal to Mikel Arteta's long-term project. In recent seasons, Saka has indeed become one of the most influential players in the Arsenal squad. This season alone, he has recorded 24 goal contributions in just 31 matches, with an average of 1 goal or assist every 90 minutes. His performance is not only consistent, but also continues to develop, making him worthy of being the club's future icon. Although the duration of his new contract has not been revealed, reports say that Saka will become the highest paid player at the club, a fitting move considering his vital role, both in the Premier League and the Champions League. With an estimated transfer value reaching 113 million euros and predicted to continue to rise, Arsenal have successfully secured their most important asset. And most importantly, they have sent a strong message to their rivals. Bukayo Saka is not for sale. Fabrizio Romano has spoken out again about the hot transfer rumors linking Manchester United with Johnny Cardoso. In his exclusive report, the world's most credible transfer journalist confirms one important thing: there is nothing concrete at all. In the last few days, news has emerged that MU is considering a swap scheme. Anthony Tebet permanently, and Johnny Cardoso brought to Old Trafford. The reason is clear. Betis are interested in making Antony's performance in La Liga permanent, while United are said to be monitoring Cardoso closely. However, all speculation was immediately denied by Romano. He said that Betis have not opened any transfer talks at this time, including regarding Cardoso. Nothing really concrete at the moment with Cardoso, Romano told Guenheims. He added that Betis are now fully focused on the competition, both in La Liga and in the UEFA Conference League, where they will face Fiorentina in the semi-finals. Romano concluded with an important note: a decision on Cardoso's future will only be made after the season is over. That said, while the interest may be real, there has been no confirmed movement as of yet. In other words, the Cardoso-Antony swap rumors are still just a passing fad. And as usual, if it's not "here we go" from Romano, it's not a done deal.